and sometimes I have always improved, but I could not clear the written examination. But thankfully I did NCC, and I got the opportunity through NCC special entry. And in my first attempt, I prepared through YouTube, and through his sessions as well. And there were NCC capsules that were organized by the Northeastern Region Directorate. I also took part on in that. So in my first attempt, I got conference out from 14 SSB Allahabad, and that was just totally a fresher attempt. And uh, I did not even practice for the psych part, to be honest. So, I just went by watching YouTube videos and made few notes, but still I got through the screening process and could participate in the group discussions. And I think this is because of the NCC practice that we did in pre-RDC. Because after that only I directly went for the SSB. So coming to the what happened next. All right, I was totally shattered because your dream. Obviously, you want to join the army, and as an officer, but obviously everybody wants to do it in the first attempt. So I could not do it, and I was shattered at that moment. So obviously, I called Swami sir, who actually motivated me and means told me to take some break and freshen up and start preparation with a proper routine. He in fact helped me to make a proper routine, as he always says that wake up early in the morning, do the basic things. We don't actually need to do any kind of a scientific thing, or any kind of a rocket science is not there. We just need to be a good person who is who wakes up early, has a good routine, and sir motivated me like that. And later on, I followed those things, and again I attempted for NCC Special Entry 58 course. In this one, I prepared very well. I had practiced various different type of psych sets for TAT, VAT, SRT, SD. Then I have prepared for PPDT, and one thing that sir says is speaking in front of the mirror. That has helped me very much, and today I'm speaking so fluently. That is also one of the reason that helped me in this journey. Coming to the major parts of my SSB in my second attempt, I would say that the things that I did different was that I had a proper routine. I was much more focused in my surroundings rather than out of the box thinking. Basically, I was helping my mother in cooking, uh, doing the household works, keeping my studies in track, maintaining my running as well, and my fitness. And I think what I believe that obviously they don't need any kind of a topper kind of a guy, or any uh, what do I say? A person who can clear IIT or something like that. They just need an average guy who is well aware of himself, and who is confident enough to express, and who thinks about others. Not He is not selfish. So I have learned these things over time, and it requires time. Also, I used to face problem in speaking publicly. So for that, sir suggested me to read books. So I did that as well. Majorly, he played the major role in this journey, to be honest, to ignite the means fire in me. I never thought that I could clear SSB, to be honest. So after that, I went for SSB in Bhopal, and I would tell you in detail about the Bhopal, if it is okay, sir. May
Yeah,
I?
you can do that.
Sir, I'm not. You're
Yeah,
not
you can you
audible, sir.
can you can give them the details, okay? So that you guys need to note it down also. As I told you earlier, his experience may not exactly fit into your scheme of affairs, but yes, it can be used as a guidance. There are certain common things that you can always use. The other things are basically for your understanding. Yeah, you can go ahead.
Okay, so my SSB was in Bhopal for and the board was 21 SSB Bhopal. Okay, so I reported one day before and stayed in SSB stay. So the next day, obviously, we wake up early and get freshen up and report to the cant gate, and from there, bus takes us to the center.
The second
So there,
SSB I cleared was 22, next to yours.
right, sir, right, sir.
First
Okay,
was 19 SSB Allahabad, which I cleared. That was my first SSB. And the
right,
second
sir.
one was 22 Bhopal. Okay,
Okay, sir.
carry on.
Okay. And from there we were taken to the center. There were 204 reporting, and from there 36 people were screened in. And then our SSB procedure started. I There were TAT,
Oh, tell us
PAT.
about the screening procedure because that is the first hurdle one faces. So, out of
Okay, sir.
204, 36 got selected. What is your opinion? What kind of people got selected? What kind of people who did not select did not get selected? So, what is your opinion about the performances of those people? Because you might have found somebody who's very good in speaking, participating in everything in the PPDT, but that person still make it. So such kind of examples would help others to face that screening in because that's the most stressful to start with.
Right, sir. I'll do that. I'll give some more details. So in the first day, we were at first there is OIR test. So there were two sets of OIR sheets. We did those there. It is very simple. Verbal, non-verbal reasoning was there, and for that we got 25 to 30 minutes for each paper. Okay, coming to the PPTT part, it is very important that we observe the picture very clearly. We will be given 30 seconds to observe the picture, and we need to observe the details of the picture. For example, how many characters are there? What is the gender? What is the mood of the picture? It is very important to understand those things, and you need to decide your hero according to your age. It is very important because whatever you write, whatever you say, it is, I feel that it is associated to yourself only. Okay, so you have to do that. So after that, after observing the picture, you will get 1 minute, and you have to write the action. Basically, what is the mood, act, and the topic of the picture, and later on in 4 minutes you have to write the story. Coming to the group discussion part, from 205, everyone was divided into 15 groups, member of groups. uh, from there, everybody was given individual opportunity to narrate the stories. Okay, I always followed one technique that I would be precise and would not use long sentences. Like I would just speak as if there are commas in between. So I would only take 45 seconds to complete my story and narration. And you also and the assessor also tells us to sit down after 1 minute or so. So I always take a target to finish it in 45 seconds. Coming to the group discussion part, whenever the last person finishes, there is always a fish market as usual. Everybody wants to show their mark, and they want to show that they have the quality. At those moments, try not to be the part of the fish market. Whenever there is a chance, for example, the intensity of the group discussion comes down, then you should try to put your points. Then I would say that I just gave 2 to 3 points only, to be honest, and that was enough. There were various different people who were very good in English, were speaking, and everybody was silent. But those guys did not get screened in. Okay, I just gave 2 to 3 points, and that contributed to the story of the group story, and that was enough. I got screened in through that. So I think it is very important at first to narrate the story properly, then participate in the group discussion. Means don't be a problem creator. Try to be a problem solver. Basically, what happens in a team game? Try to be a team player. Always try to contribute. I have followed that thing only. So I followed those things and got screened in. Later on, there was documentation, and after the documentation, we were sent to our rooms. 36 of us were sent to our rooms. So after that, on the next day, there was psych. Before that, it is very important for us to be calm, sleep as much as you can, and whatever time you get, communicate with others, make friends with them. Okay, because on the next day there will be psych, and our brain and our mind needs some kind of rest, and we should be calm in that situation, because in psych, as we all know, it is time based and there is a lot of pressure. So it is very important to be calm in that situation. And that helped me to actually attempt 60 out of 60 bad words, to be honest. And I was very calm at that situation. I would like to give kudos to one of my friend also, because I made friends with him, and we were just sleeping together only, and we were just chilling, and others were talking a lot before the site. So we were just chilling and talking about our family background, friends, that made our mind calmer. Okay, so there was very less pressure for me. Coming to the psych part, I have always followed two things. Try not to generate problem if it is not given in the picture. It is very simple. There will be 11 pictures given to you. You have to write story on that, and one will be blank. You have to generate a story. Basically, I have also generated a means in that blank story you can write your achievement, story on your achievement. Just you can basically change the name, change the age or area, but you can write that story as well, because I have written my IDC journey story only. To be honest. So coming to the things that I followed for TAT, okay, I followed one thing, that observing the picture is very important. What is the mood of the picture? How many characters are there? And is it positive or negative? If there is no problem given, why should we basically inculcate a problem or create a problem? I would like to give you an example. There is a picture that someone of a road accident. In this, we can see that there is a clear picture that it is a negative thing, that someone has got hurt and someone has fallen from something and there is an accident. It is very simple that it is a negative picture. But there is a picture, for example, a boss and a junior manager is talking, and the boss is showing like this kind of a thing. Okay, so it is not clear na, that it is a negative picture or a positive picture. But sometimes we tend to still means generate a negative idea about the story. So I have, from my first experience, I have learned that thing, that trying not to inculcate a negative thing, negative kind of a theme, if it is not given. So I did that, and it helped me a lot. And always remember what led to the situation, what is going on in the situation, and what is the outcome. That is very important. I have followed these things. So these help me to write the stories. Then that part is over. Coming to the bad part, WAT, that is word association test. There were 60 words in total, and for each word we got 15 seconds. And I have observed one thing in my practice time only, that there are some set of words only. For example, there is positive, negative, neutral, and a relation kind of a word. For coming to the relation, but you can say that friend is a word. Okay, these kind of words that emphasize our relationship to our friends or something like that. These kind of words come in SSB. And for positive, very simple, good. And for negative, bad. These kind of words actually came in my SSB only. Coming to the VAT again, there will be 15 seconds given to us. After every 20 words, there will be a blank slide of 15 seconds in which we can observe the sequence, that if we are in correct path or not. And after every 20 words, we will get that blank screen. Later on, I did 60. Everybody, I have seen in YouTube that they say that 55 is a good number. So I could easily do 60 that day, and that helped. That was possible because of my practice. Coming to my SRT, yes, SRT for SRT there are 60 SRTs given to us, and for that total 60 SRTs, we will get only 30 minutes. Okay, we will get only 30 minutes. So for that, I created my process of basically writing only one sentence for one situation. I tried not to extend it much. I used commas and finished the sentence. I would like to give you an example. Rohan was going to his school. A snake came in between the road. He dot dot dot. Okay. So for finishing this, I used to write that he waited, let the snake pass, went to school. I used to follow this kind of a trick that I practiced a lot. So in my SRT part, I again, if there is no negative thing, try not to, please try not to means generate some kind of a negative idea. There is another SRT that Shalini was walking by a road. A man was behind her walking at 10 p.m. She dot dot dot. Now a lot of us try to. I also did in my practice. Then later on, came to know that it was not the right thing to do. Means some of us might think that he was following him, or there is a danger for her. All right, because it is obviously at night, 10 p.m. But what if his house was next in the next turn of the road only, right? That might be also the thing. So think like that. Try to think like that. Very simple thinking. Okay, if it is not given that some robbers are trying to rob you, then please don't generate any kind of negative idea about the picture. So I followed these mantra. And coming to the self description, I prepared it from home itself. What our parents think about ourselves, what teachers think about ourselves, friends, then you yourself, and what is your future goals and aspirations. There are various different books that I followed as well. For example, the SSB book of Natarajan sir, then Commander Vikas Yadav sir. These two books I have followed, and they are very good. They are very good materials, and there are various different practice sets as well. So in SD, we will get only 15 minutes to write 5 paragraphs on what your parents think about yourself. Teacher, if you are an employee, then what your employer thinks about yourself, then what your friends think about yourself, what you think about yourself, and what is your future goals and aspirations. Okay, so this is the total psych thing, and I did it like that only. Now, coming to the third and fourth day, that is GTO. I will come to the interview part later on. Okay. In the GTO, there are 9 tasks, and everybody, I think you guys, all of you know that the tasks are group discussion, group planning exercise, uh, group obstacle race, half group task, then comes lecturate, then comes individual obstacle, final group task, command task, and uh, and one more was there. Okay, I'll come to that later on. So totally there are 9 tasks. In first GD there will be two group discussions. Okay, in the first group discussion there will be 2 topics given to us, and we can choose from one of those. All right, we can choose from one of those, and our group discussion will carry on like that only. And in the second group discussion, the topic will be given by the GTO itself. All right. So the first topic that we got was how can India become superpower? We selected was that, and one was related to NCC. So we chose that, and there were various different leads. I would like to say 2 of them, like AI and military advancement. These two were the leads, and one more was that, for example, policy improvement kind of a thing. Now the second topic was given to us was a very very out of the box topic. Okay, why are people not marrying or marrying late these days? All right, we think that the topics would be very intellectual or some kind of a means international relation type of a thing, but it is taken from day to day things and what is going on in the situation. All right, so the topic was this, and the leads were given was feminism, then culture and commitment. So everybody was silent and everybody was trying to just speak whatever they were coming to know, because everybody was preparing for high level topics that actually don't come in SSB, right? So uh, one important thing I would one funny thing, or you can say, I told was I heard someone was speaking about social media, all right, and in group discussion it is very important to listen. Okay, so I took point from him and I said that as in today's generation we see that in social media that everybody is so happy in their relationship and the relationship is so perfect, everybody is so lovey-dovey and there is no problem and everything is going so well. But in real life, if we observe and if we see that in real relationships, it requires a lot of efforts and lot of challenges come through. There are not happy days every day. All right, there are various different kind of sad days, and these are major reasons that people have after seeing the social media. They generate a fake expectation which is not real, right? So these things means create problem in in commitment. All right, the people try not to commit because of these reasons, because they, by looking at the social media, their standards are so high and so not realistic, basically, to be honest. So these kinds of things create a problem, and people have commitment issues. So I told these things, and for GD, I would like to say what I followed was try to be a team player. Wherever there is a group, try to be a team player. Try to contribute. Don't be the kata of the road, basically. Don't create problem. All right. Try to be the means helper of the group. I have followed this and try to listen. When you listen, then you actually took part in the then you actually take part in the group discussion. Okay, if you don't listen what the other people is saying, or other what the other people are saying, then how can you actually have a good discussion, right? You will only speak about what you are thinking, right? But actual group discussion, what happens in between your friends, right? It is like that only. You take interest what the other person is saying, you counter that, right? And you add on. So you have to do like that only. I followed that thing. Now coming to the GP, group planning exercise, there is a there is a map that is placed in front of us, and there is a situation that uh, we are 10 people and we are going for a sports competition to some place through a countryside. There is no phone network, and you guys also are in 10 people group. Okay, so you stop at a tea stall, and you see that suddenly the stove blasts, and the tea seller gets injured and he is profusely bleeding and he basically faints. The moment you try to go to assess that thing and help, at that moment only a person in his tractor comes with his pregnant wife and says that four miscreants would try to blast an oil pipe that is actually in the map, given in the map. They will, and near that there is a village. They will, he has heard that they will blast that oil pipe, and various different people would be injured. Again, as the moment you try to assess these things, at that moment only, a old lady comes, says that her kettle got lost in a jungle in the map that is shown. All right. So basically, after this, we have to write the solution, prioritize the problems, and give a proper solution. After writing, there is a group discussion. All right. And after the group discussion, one of us will stand up and uh, narrate the whole group story. All right, what is the group solution basically? So in this, what I followed again, same, be a team player, try to give logical answers. If so, for example, if there is no hospital given in the map, how can we means generate a hospital, right? If a person is profusely bleeding, he has fainted, then it means it is very serious, right? He might die as well. So you need to immediately take him to a hospital. All right. Now coming to the resources that you can imagine, as there is a highway, we can imagine a means vehicles passing by. Again, there is a tractor. Also, there can be first aid, as we guys are going for playing, right? Then we will have first aid. We will have our own van. We can go to the city to taking the injured person and call the police. So these kind of logical reasoning is very important. All right, and totally this was my approach for GPE. Coming to the group obstacle race, there is there will be various different tasks, various different simple obstacles, and you will have a race in between the other groups. Okay, so there will be a snake race, and we all will catch a snake, will hold a snake, and the rules that follow was, whenever we are running in between two obstacles, all the members of the group should hold the snake, and whenever we are in while we are crossing the obstacle, in the obstacle, at least 3% should hold the snake. Then again, there are color rules. Red cannot be touched by anyone. Blue can be touched by you, but not your helping material. And again, white can be touched by all, as it is color of peace. I and in this, it is very fun actually, and I think we should. I have actually done this with full josh and full stamina, whatever uh, you say. Okay, I think mainly the stamina and the josh and teamwork is seen in this, because what is your natural thinking? If someone is not being able to climb a wall, so are you helping him, or you're climbing first and you are going ahead, right? This is very basic thing. If you are not helping him, then you're not a good person basically, right? We should help others, right? So we should think these things, these small things. Okay, we should keep these small things in mind, and we should utilize our team. If there are tall guys, then they can actually first, sit on the wall, pull us up, who are shorter or lighter in weight, and we can first pass the heavier guys. We can actually do those things. And again, in this, teamwork and josh is very important. All right. Now, coming to the PGT, progressive group tasks, there are 4 tasks which get complex from passing from one task to another and till the 4th task. Okay. And there are, again, in this, there are color rules. Blue color, red color cannot be touched by anyone. Blue color can be touched by you, not the helping material, and white color can be touched by all. All right. I will explain you one task. Okay. There is a white line and there is another white line parallel to each other. We have to go from one white line to another. All right. And the outside portion is open. So, and the ground in between is out of bound. There are various certain obstacles, or you may say platforms, or some kind of a thing on which you can put your leg, or don't touch the ground and move forward with the help of those. Now, the helping materials that are given in this are plank, fatta, palli, and one load is also given. All right. Again, some of the people might think that why would we cross the obstacle through the straight path? We can directly go from outside, but it is given in the instruction that the lines that the parallel lines, that they actually extend till infinity. All right. So we cannot cross by side. We have to take that path only. So in this, again, try to be in the front, try to be an active member of the group, and try to give solutions. And if you are not getting any kind of solution, try to be the helper at least. I have followed that thing only. And for example, in some of the structures or tasks, I was not being able to give solutions. So I was just tying the knot or just putting the plank, helping them to pass the load. I was being like that. I said in the early, right, try to be a group member, a team player. If you remember that thing throughout your SSB, then it will be very easy for you. So I followed that thing and completed the PGT. And in PGT, this much only is there, and you have to just be a good part of the group. Always try to initiate. Don't be at the back. Help others. Do first, and then they will follow you ultimately. All right. Help them. Obviously, if someone is having a different idea, you can give chance as well. Don't be a rigid kind of a person. All right. Try to be flexible. All right. Coming to the next task, that is half group task. Okay. In the half group task, there is only one task of the PGT basically, and our group is divided into two two half members group. All right. So we have to just cross from one place to another. All right. And in this, the GTO might give some kind of complexity as well. So it totally depends on the GTO. Same in the PGT as well. Uh, the GTO can give us some kind of a complexity. All right. So after the half group task, there comes the lecturate. In lecturate, there will be a chit. In that chit, there will be four topics. In my mind, there were UNSC, pollution, startup, and cyberbullying. So I took cyberbullying. You will be given 3 minutes to prepare for that and 3 minutes to narrate. While the first person is thinking about the topic, all the others would introduce themselves. And when the first person starts their narration, it is the sign for the next second person to take the chit and go and think about what will he say. All right, speak. So when 2.5 minutes are over, there will be a bell that will ring for once, and after that, after the time gets over, there will be two bells that will ring. And I took the topic of cyberbullying and spoke for 3 minutes in total. After this, the first day of GTO gets over, and we come to the next day. That is in which there is individual obstacle, and in the individual obstacle there are 10 tasks. All right. Series of tasks which any kind of a person who is physically fit can do that. So I did 13 tasks
Hey,
basically.
congratulations.
And if now I will explain you the rule. All right.
Wonderful, very nice
We will get
news.
3 minutes
I
to
was out of WhatsApp for some
completely
time,
and
I'm not
do
sure if you
all the
joined the
10
Telegram
obstacles.
channel or
All
not.
right. And
You
if
joined,
we
right?
complete all
Because
the
some
10
of our
obstacles,
students, somebody blocked me
then
and
we can
reported me on
repeat it.
WhatsApp.
While
To
repeating,
those who were
it is
reporting,
very
getting
important
my
to not
updates, they
repeat one
reported me
task
and I got blocked.
every time, because we might think that the
Yeah, that's the
obviously
reason. That is
every
why I
obstacle has
shifted
their
to
own
Telegram
marks.
channel.
There will
You
be
got
numbering
it
given in
through
the
the SMS, or
obstacles.
how did you
All right.
get the
For
message
example,
that
there
I
is rope
shifted to
climbing.
Telegram?
It is 10 number. Then you will get 10 marks.
Oh, you got
And
10. Oh,
for example,
okay.
there is
Are you free now?
there
We
is
have a session
screen
going
jump.
on with
It is
another
for 1 marks.
recommended candidate
All
of
right.
mine. Do you
Then
want to join?
we might think that why not try rope climbing 2 to 3 times, as I
Oh,
am
is it?
very strong then and I can do
So
that.
when are
But
you available?
it is
We
not
can
allowed basically.
discuss.
You will
Because
only
I want you
the
to
point
come.
of one
Tomorrow is
means
Vinayak
after
Chavithi. I don't know
completing
if it's
the whole
possible.
circuit,
Next 2 or 3 days,
the
you see, let me know.
one time that you
You're not keeping
do
well.
the means the point of the single attempt after the completion of the task
Oh,
will
for
be
that you
counted.
have
All
taken.
right.
Okay, okay, don't worry. Now
From
you rest
so
and
I
we'll talk.
in total did
Okay,
13 tasks.
right, wonderful,
I
very good.
repeated three tasks basically.
We'll talk. Now the session
In
is
this
going
also
on, so
there
I
will
won't be
be
able to talk to
single
you. I'll talk
ring,
to you separately, okay?
single bell of
Nice.
the after
Anyhow, very, very happy
two
for you.
minutes 30
Good.
seconds,
Congratulations.
and two
Take care.
bells
Bye bye.
after the 3 minutes time. After this, there is command task. In command task, we are a commander basically, and there will be two subordinates, and there will be a task given to us, and we have to just complete it. In this, the starting is like the GTO first interacts with you, takes a basic introduction of yourself, and after that, you are asked to call two chess numbers whom you will take as the subordinate. There is a load given, helping material given. We have to means pass from one place to another. All right. What I followed was that as a leader, we always should lead from the front, right? So try not to be the boss. Try to be a leader. All right. It is a very different thing. Uh, what I did was I made the way myself, took their help basically, but I did the works totally by myself only. I gave my ideas myself, I tied the knots myself, and helped them to pass through, and took their help as well. All right. So took that approach. First I did, then they followed me. These kind of thing happened, and the GTO actually puts various different kind of complexities. Like if a structure is blue from this side, from if this is a structure, it is blue from the back portion and white from the front portion. He might, if I give the solution for this condition, then he might say that, okay, now tell me if it is blue, and now tell me if the front portion is blue and the back portion is white, then what kind of a solution you might have. So he will grill like that. All right. We had in my attempt in mobile, I had two GTOs that were carrying out the GTO for me. So it was actually very tough for me, because very challenging, because in one task I gave nine solutions. All right. Means he was changing the conditions after one after another, and he was putting a lot of pressure on me, as he used to say that, commander, only 10 seconds left, only 5 seconds left, only 3 seconds left. Like that he will be giving pressure on you, and there was something funny. The rope was very long. All right, I was trying to open it, but it was very long, and I had to follow the rules not to touch the ground, so I was taking time. So the the GTO mocked me as well. You are taking so much time. You will go to the army, like that kind of thing. All right. So he will try to put pressure, and at that moment you just need to be calm, put your head down, and just work. All right. Just try to find a solution, and trust me, you will find the solution and you will move forward. And this was my total approach. And after this comes the final group task. Again, in this there is one single task, and the whole group have to pass from one portion to the other, and the same rules apply here as well. The total GTO is over. GTO portion is over. Coming to the interview. All right. So in the first day after screening, we fill a PIQ form, which is personal information questionnaire, in which there are various different sets of questions, like where am I from, and what are my hobbies, my education background, and how many members. No. Yeah, exactly. What does my father do? My mother do? If I have a sibling or a elder sister, what they do? What are my achievements, the places in which I got the opportunity to lead, right? So your height, your weight, your previous job experience, your achievements in NCC. So these kind of questions are there, and your previous attempts as well. So you have to fill up, and the interview process carries out totally on the basis of the PIQ only. All right. On the basis of the PIQ only, the interview will carry on. Okay. So coming to the interview part, at first, in my first attempt, I thought that it is very difficult. My knowledge base is not that strong. My education base is not that strong. How can I actually means clear this, right? But in real, they are not trying to find any kind of an intelligent guy. All right. What I believe, because they did not ask those kind of questions only to me. They asked situational questions. All right. Like I would like to give you an example. Okay, as I was into sports. All right. So the interviewing officer asked me. I played volleyball in command level. And I was the best player in that as well. But he asked me about football. Okay, he asked me about football. I was not aware much aware about football. Okay, so the question he asked was, okay, Pratik, tell me about the dimensions of a football ground. Okay, so I was not totally confident. I heard someone speaking about it just 5 minutes before my interview. All right, so I remembered that he told it was 90 by 50 meters. Okay, so I told that, sir, it is approximately 90 by 50 meters. He told that, very good, Pratik. Tell me if you run from one, if you complete one round, then what will be the distance that you cover up? So I actually told that, sir, perimeter of a rectangle. Sir told that, very good, sir, Pratik. Tell me the answer. So I actually told the formula as 2 into L into B. It is not the correct formula, right? It's actually 2 into L plus B. When I was trying to find the answer, it was coming so huge that how can it be so huge, right? So at that moment, I used logic basically. Basic logic. We can solve these questions with through basic logic. We don't need to always apply formula, right? I just added the opposite sides, and the answer was 280 meters. It was very simple. Then he said, "Very good, Pratik. Now tell me, if you run 13 rounds, how much distance would you obviously cover up?" So I multiplied it with 10, then obviously multiplied it with 3. That was the easier approach. And I told him approximately 3.5 kilometers, sir. Now he told me, very good, Pratik, tell me if you, what, at what time can you run this? I said that any day in 16 to 18 minutes. All right. So he told me, I'll be giving you 20 minutes to run that, and tell me what will be the speed at which you would run. And in this, I was awestruck, and I just told him the formula, right? Speed equals to distance by time, sir. And I was trying to calculate in my mind. Let me tell you, my maths is very weak, all right? So I was just trying to calculate somehow. And in this question, in this part, I actually means broke basically. I cracked and told him that, sir, I'm not being able to calculate it right now. So he asked me, okay, so you are running 3.5 kilometers in 20 minutes, right? Then how much would you run in 40 minutes? Basically into two, right? Okay. So I said 7, and at that moment I got the way how to do that. So I again multiplied it with 3. So totally the answer came as 10.5 kilometers per hour. So in I would the reason why I'm telling this, because uh, every time formula is not needed to solve such kind of solutions problems, right? You can actually use your basic knowledge. Basically, he divided it in 3 parts. He's asked me like that only. He is checking are my basic logic, if I can apply or not. All right, if am I adaptable or not? If I'm stuck in some situation, can I come through if I do not know the formula, right? So he asked me like that. So my interview was for 40 to 45 minutes. And one more incident I would like to say, that there was a bowl in which there were various different articles. For example, a paper clip, an eraser, sharpener, pencil, pen. I took a paper clip. All right. So he asked me the uses of this. So I first told I first told that we can use it as a paper clip. We can open it and open a lock if someone is clever enough. So basically a chori dimag basically. All right, but it is actually very. If someone is clever, obviously he can open it, right? And we can use it in examination hall to pierce through a paper and tie a knot with a thread, and we can use it as a sim ejector tool. We can clean our phones as well. I told these things. So this was somewhat my interview went, and it went for uh, 40 to 45 minutes. In the starting, he asked me to basically asked about me, rapport build up question about where how did I reach, to just ease me, right? How many members are there in your family? He will ask these questions, and after that there will be CIQs, which is a rapid fire question, okay, in which your education qualification, then comes your job experience, then comes how was your education financed. All these questions are included in this. Every these questions are listed in the book that I followed, right? So I practiced it at that time, written it and practiced it at that time. So it was very easy for me to actually answer those questions. So that there were two CIQs, two rapid fires that were asked to me, and yeah, this was my total interview experience. And coming to the conference, right? There are again various different misconceptions and things, right? So the guy who was in front of me waiting for for his conference had a waiting time of 15 minutes. He was just waiting, and some I have heard from some people, obviously from YouTube and some other experienced people as well, that if the okay, that if the assessors are taking a lot of time, then they must be discussing about me. They must be thinking that he is a doubtful case, and he will be asked various different questions. So these kind of conceptions, or you might say, thinking I went with. So after that, I was also expecting that my performance was good enough. They might also discuss about me, but they just took 5 minutes, in which uh, they also had a tea break as well. So I just don't know. I just thought that how will I get recommended? But this is because this is basically what we think ourselves, no? Before the after the conference, that the conference was only for my conference was only for 10 seconds. Okay, that my conference was only for 10 seconds. Will I be selected or not selected? Can't say anything. So this was what my conference experience was, and after this, after the after this, there was 1 to 2 hours gap in which we were having our lunch, and after that we were means the results were announced. Okay, the there is a very different way of announcing the result. All right, some of them, they create a lot of suspense. Means you would be sweating or some kind of if someone is very weak by heart, they might means have a problem. All right, so at first he asked us, what is the first number of natural numbers? Everybody said, yeah, one, sir. Okay, so one was recommended, and he plays with our mind in the in at the time of the basic announcement of the result, right? So after that, okay, then put it back and put two in front of it. Then what does it become? Everybody says 21. Okay, then 21 gets recommended. 21 was my buddy basically in the SSB, right? So we became a very good friend. So I became very happy that my friend got recommended. And then he told, okay, now remove one and add and put three in that. What does it become? 23, said. Then 23 was also my friend. He also got recommended, and I was so happy. They were shouting at that moment, means hugging each other. I was very happy. All right, I was. means not expecting that I would get selected or not. I was not clear, right? So later on, he said that what comes in between, that was 22, and that was my chest number. He called that, and I would say that it was the best feeling, best moment in my life till date. Uh, and this that was my second best. First was my father cried when the result, when the merit came. All right, and that was the best experience, second best experience. And we three were actually very good friends in SSB, and we three together got recommended, and we hugged each other. Tears rolled down. It is very normal at our first recommendation, right? So it was. I was very happy. Then after that, in there is also one my there is also one friend who sir also knows, that is Mensham. He is from Nagaland. All right. He's also one of my friend. I met him in IGDC. So he also got recommended in that attempt only with me. So in total, from 36, they took six of us, and after that there were documentations, and later on the medical process carried on for 3 to 4 days, and after that we got medically fit, and the merits came, and I got all India rank 27. So this was my total experience, and I would like to say that Swami sir played a major role in this, and if he was not there, then if he did not, means I would say, like to say it in Hindi, okay? If he did not, मुझे भरोसा नहीं दिखाया होता इन्होंने, तो then I wouldn't have come to this position, right? And
You'll have to translate that as well.
right, sir, right, sir. I'll do that. Okay, if he did not trust in me, then I wouldn't have come to this place, right? And also, I would like to say one thing that that is in my head, that we are very underconfident, and we think that if we are eligible or not. There is various different kind of self doubt and self thing, right? But we need to remember that we are going to become an officer. All right. So if we don't believe in ourselves, then how will our jawans or other people will believe us, right? So I took that mantra as well, and that helped me a lot. And I was never afraid of any kind of situation, and I never felt that I was less than anyone else. So that was my experience. Thank you so much.
Okay, nice. Basically, I have only shown you the way. Okay, there were a lot of cobwebs in your mind, and you were
Yes,
not really aware of your self worth. But I could make it out. So then I had to tell you that this is your worth, this is what you can achieve. Why don't you achieve? So ultimately, it is your hard work, dedication, and motivation. And of course, NCC has shaped us all. Even I am an ex NCC cadet, you all know that. So,
right,
NCC
sir.
has played a very important role, and any cadet who has performed well in NCC, sincerely done what has been told, that itself is a very important thing that you need to do. Okay, now we'll get ready for the questions. Before you guys ask, let me ask a few questions from my side.
Right, sir.
So, how many times did you feel that you should quit? You got so tired of preparing for SSB and whatever this is. So, how many times do you feel you're going to quit, and what made you not quit?
Okay, I would like to say that I did not think that I would quit the journey, but I was thinking that it is very difficult, and I would not be able to clear it. And there were various different instances. I would like to say more than 5 to 6 times. All right, in between my first attempt and second attempt. So the thing that I followed was a call to Swami sir. Basically, I just called him. He cleared everything, and he used various different ways. Like he treated me like his son, and he gave me some kind of various different treatment as well, which was actually needed
Yeah, a
for
lot
that.
of other treatments were also there for you, right?
Right, right. So that's how I got motivated again, and I never stopped.
Okay, now one more happy news. As the session was on, one more
Right, sir.
person has got recommended. His name is Arvind. He belongs to a place called Mailadurai in Tamil Nadu. He is also my
Right, sir.
student. He has cleared naval entry.
Oh, that's great, sir.
So, great news. Good. You
Yes,
bring
sir.
in a lot of luck for our group, right? Okay, Pratik?
Right, sir.
Okay, now those who want to ask questions can raise your hands, and as per my seniority list, I will allow you to ask questions. Okay? Yeah, Sibin has raised first, so Sibin can start.
First of all, congratulations, brother.
Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Actually, I have doubt in the lecturate. You mentioned like the cyberbullying was your. You put the topic as cyberbullying, right? So how will you structurize the lecturate?
Okay. So basically, I used to means what my approach used to be is that I used to think how it actually impacts the ground people, right? What is means how the normal people are getting affected. For example, our parents who are not aware of using the mobile phones, right? We don't need to think much means about our security system or something like that, right? We can think about start thinking about from the ground level itself and move up to those things. And about the structure, I always followed a basic introduction about what it is, and after that the main portion I combined everything, basically what problems it created and how can we overcome that, and in the end, which is after the first bell, right, after 2.5 minutes, I just gave my opinion on it. Yes. All right.
Akshay Kumar, put your hand down and continue speaking.
Congratulations to you, brother.
It means a lot.
So my question is to how to organize the story uh, based on from morning to the night.
Story or routine?
No, how to narrate the story in the organized way.
Narrate the story in an organized way, right?
Yes.
Okay. So at first, basically, what you write is what you say. Okay. After writing the story, you means narrate it in your head. The basic points. Jot down some various basic points. Basically, what led to the situation? Why are they sitting there? For an example, two people are sitting in a restaurant. It is very important to understand what led to the situation, which is basically why are they sitting there, right? There might be something. For example, if those two are, one of them is senior manager, one of them is junior manager, then they might have felt that there is a lack of production. So that led to sit there, right? Okay. And after that, what it did, that matters. Okay. What they did, that matters. Okay. Doing is very important. Like I used to complete the complete what led to the situation part in 1 to 2 line only. And the just major portion used to be what is going on in the situation and what is the outcome. Basically, they for an example, they did a survey. How many people are out of the state? How many people live in the state? The people who are out of the state, they were given work from home. The people who live inside were given better facilities in the working area. Like these kind of things. Okay, and later on they saw that the people were motivated and they were working very efficiently and with all hard work, and production increased. Basic, simple.
Okay. And then next, how to handle the pressure situation? How to handle the pressure in these scenarios?
Okay. Uh, you have heard a saying, na? There's an advertise. डर सबको लगता है, गला सबका सूखता है. Right? Mountain Dew. Okay. So it is like that only. Everybody is afraid. Just think that you are no less than anyone else. And what I said now, that believe in yourself, then only other people will believe in you, right? So at first, you need to believe in yourself. You are going to become an officer. That is your major goal. All right. So how you will be confident, right? So for that, you need to overcome your means weaknesses, such as it might be public speaking, group discussion. You can take participation in seminars or something like that. These can improve your confidence level.
Next,
Neha.
and how to improve, how to convince
Okay,
the
continue.
group or individual.
Basic logic. Logic is the best thing that you can give, right? Because everybody will listen to you at that moment. You need to at first find the best opportunity when you need to when you have to say your point, and basically give basic logic which a layman also can understand. I followed that thing only, so I'm telling that.
Okay, that's it. Thank you.
Hello, sir.
Neha.
Hello.
Congratulations and all the best for your future. I would like to ask this question. I would like to ask this question because it's your second attempt that you are clearing this SSB interview, and you have conferenced out in the first attempt. Have you ever felt any hardship from in your first interview than in your second interview than in first interview?
No, actually, the second interview was just kind of a flow thing, right? I never felt any kind of a means blockage in between the process. But in my first interview process, I there was various different things. I did not know what was GPE. Okay, so that kind of a thing that happened, and in this, as I practiced a lot and I prepared very well, I did not feel any kind of problem in my second attempt. Preparation is the key.
Harish T.
Yes, so congratulations, Pratik, and I really got inspired by your calm and calm mindset, the way you speak and things. Uh, so I have three questions for you. First one is, did you get any exposure to these GTO kind of tasks before you enter the SSBs? Either it can be your first one or second one. Did you get prior practice to that?
I was in SSB capsule. I mentioned you right. There were
Yeah.
in that our group is called an ex-GTO, right?
Hmm.
So he helped us throughout that. As I gave first my first attempt, I got the idea about the tasks, right? How the structures are. So in my second attempt, I knew I had what I had to do, and also I watched YouTube videos. There is a channel now named as SSB Worlds. All right. So there are in that there are various different short videos in which the GPO or the instructor who is there, they basically show how a task is done. So you just need to understand the principle that is being used. Okay, such like that. There are various different channels in YouTube. I have it's basically cleared my basic thinking that how to solve the things through those thing only. And when I went to the SSB capsule in my NCC, and I was being able to do various different tasks.
Okay, and the second question is, will the complexity that the GTO is giving to us, will all the complex situations have a solution for that, or like it will be take more time to solve that?
There is a solution always, because he knows that if it is being able to solve or not, right?
Hmm.
That is the reason he is giving the complexity. He wants to see that if you can get through that problem or that problematic scenario or not, right? That is why he challenges you and gives means the challenges basically. There
Okay,
will be
let
a
me
solution.
interject. First thing,
Right.
watching YouTube videos will help you. At the same time, you should also understand that there are a lot of people who do not even have any kind of an SSB experience running channels and running academies. A lot of things are happening. So you have to take everything with a pinch of salt. Your own hands on experience will only help. And
Exactly.
you all know that in Coimbatore Group Headquarter we are giving you hands-on practice. Many of you have already attended the last season. Next season we'll start immediately after the written exam of CDS is over. Then you'll again get a chance to do hands-on training. That is one. Second thing is your second question. You need to change this mindset. We are not looking at the solution. You are saying that there is a particular set of equipments which are there on GTO. Does it have a solution or it does not have a solution? First thing is you should understand that we are not looking at the final solution. We are looking at firstly how you understand the problem. Do you really get the problem? First thing. Then is, are you using all your mental ability to find a solution to problem? Then it is the execution. Are you doing what is required to complete that task and try to go near the goal, near the achievement, near the last point or the finishing point of that particular problem? So the solution comes at the end. If you have not shown adequate qualities, OLQs, in understanding the problem, if you have not shown adequate qualities in formulating a solution, making an attempt, collaborating with others, you go back to all the 15 OLQs. I will look at your performance based on that. At every step, at every moment, what kind of OLQ is being thrown out by your personality is what I'll watch. The solution comes at the last. At times we will not even wait for your solution. The moment I find, okay, you understood the problem, okay, you have made a collaboration, you have communicated your solution, you are taking help from somebody, you are doing things on your own, with that itself we get the necessary inputs, and we may not even allow you to go till the end of the solution. We may say, okay, next person or next task, or we'll say close it down. So understand this. Don't look at the final solution. It is the process which is being watched more importantly than the final solution. Okay? Okay. Anjana.
Good evening, sir. So I would like to ask, is there anything you wish you did differently, or it would have helped you more if you knew it earlier at the beginning of your preparation? As we are all, I'm a student in my final year, managing my academics. So what could help me at the first time of my preparation?
Self-awareness is very important, and basically you should have a basic routine, right? A routine lifestyle is the best thing that you can do to yourself. Prepare what is needed for the SSB beforehand. Do as much as you can do. That is the only key that I have got, and I could clear through that only. And do the basic things. Basically, all the household works that means help in your house. Okay, I used to, means I still do. I help my mother in cooking. I wash my own clothes. Okay, I do my studies. Then there is water that I have to take check always. Means there are rent house, right? So for that I have to check that there is water or not. I used to do that. My father used to handle the shop. All right. So I used to do all the household activities, took participation in various different things in NCC, and do everything right. Okay, and have a good routine. Prepare well. That is the one mantra that I follow.
Okay, Vishnu.
Hello, buddy. Congratulations for your selection in SSB. And to be honest, it is really inspiring for me. I have two doubts to ask. First one is, in your interview process, they would have been asking about your weakness, right? Like, how did you stated your weakness, and how did you corrected your weakness? First of all, still now I haven't found my weakness, but that doesn't mean I don't have weakness. But how did you stated your weakness in your interview process?
For example, you can say that I'm not that fluent in English, right? That is one of my actually weaknesses, right? So as I mentioned, I started reading books that Swami sir suggested, and started speaking near the mirror, right? You have to give logical. I again say that the logical solutions are the best. That reading helps to improve your communication skills. speaking near the mirror helps to improve your communication skills, right? So you have to find your solutions accordingly.
And my second doubt is, in current affairs, it is taking me so long to retrieve the data. For example, if I'm coming home after the morning run, if I'm starting to prepare for current affairs, it is almost taking me three hours to finish the whole 1 day current affairs. How did you manage it? What are the important contents to be noted in current affairs?
Okay, all right. So before going to SSB, to be honest, I also faced the problem that you are facing, right? And you cannot mug up all the knowledge that is given in the newspaper, right? Or any kind of platform. So the things that you can do is enough, right? You don't need to mug up everything, okay? And the basic awareness is checked. All right. He just asked me three international news about current affairs, to be honest. And I was prepared that I just told the headings and he was satisfied. All right. He did not go into that. So it depends on that also. And you don't need to actually know everything. You might not know some things, right?
Yeah.
It's not Google, obviously. So that is what I followed.
Thanks.
Okay, Vishnu, he was in my office today. He was asking about the same question there also. Okay, now, as he said, you cannot know everything. But you should have done your sincere effort also to learn current affairs. There is nothing called choice. There are a lot of people who make choices. Okay, you put pinky ponky and select some topic, read and go write in the exams. Here it will not work. Okay, you should be reasonably updated in current affairs. Reading newspapers, reading newspaper helps you in many ways. One is you're gaining some knowledge every day in small increments. Next thing is your English is improving, your vocabulary is improving. And I also tell you guys to sit in front of the mirror and read the newspaper as if you are a news reader in a TV channel. So all these things help. So reading newspaper is not only one effort, it is helping you in many ways, and do it slowly. And if you have not been regular, you start being regular now in consuming current affairs. You cannot suddenly start today and put 3 hours in current affairs and you say I'll get tired. Okay, so that is not the approach. It should be slowly incremental, and it should not burden you a lot, because what will happen is if you force yourself so much today, tomorrow you will start getting aversion towards that subject. Okay, so incremental changes, start from wherever you are. It is not too late to start now. If you have not done it earlier, you start now, go steady. Consistency is more important than quantity. Understand that, right? Okay. Hari SM. Hari is wait? No, Santosh. Santosh.
Yes, sir. First of all, congratulations for your career. And my question is, in a PPT selection process, the picture contain a completely negative scenario, and how you can convert into a positive thing.
You don't need to convert it in any kind of a positive thing. All right. If there is a negative scenario, you have to understand that it is negative. You have to address that, and how can you solve it? Basically, I would like to give you an example. If there is a situation scenario of an accident, that is a negative picture. You have to address it that there is an accident that has occurred, right? So what can you do as a responsible person, as a good person? You can go and ask if he's okay, give first aid, take him to the hospital if needed, and after that call his parents, right? As a good person, you can do that, right? So that is the approach that you can take. Just find a basic solution which is needed for that problem.
Okay,
Thank you.
Santosh, put your hand down. Hari SM.
Good evening, Pratik. First of all, congratulations on your recommendation. I would like to ask you something. When you were in your final year of college, how did you balance your SSB and CDS preparation along with your academics? Could you also share how you scheduled your time effectively to manage studies, preparations, and daily tasks without losing consistency?
Basically, you're asking about my routine, right?
Yeah.
Right. So, in my college days, I used to go to the college at 9. So I used to wake up early in in the morning from 4:30 to 5 o'clock, and I used to basically go for a run, a 5 kilometer run or a 4 kilometer run. You might say anything. I used to means alter, right. So after that, coming back, I used to take bath and do my basic things, breakfast, and go to the college. After my college used to be till 3, and after that I used to come back and rest for some time after having the lunch. And at 5 I used to go for playing, or sometimes I used to go to the gym for 1 hour. In the evening I used to do this kind of do my self study and preparation. My college studies I used to manage in the evening part, and my SSB preparation also simultaneously I used to do that. And by 10:30, 11 I used to sleep. That is the basic overview of my routine.
You have forgotten to tell them about one most important part of your student life for which you spend a lot of time.
Right, sir?
What was that?
So vlogging,
Yeah,
NCC.
YouTubing. Huh?
Right.
He has got a
Okay.
YouTube channel, as I told you. Yeah,
Yeah.
what were you doing with that? So many hours of
So,
recording and what all, editing and what all. Tell them about that as well.
okay, telling about coming to my hobbies, right? So, uh, YouTubing and video making was my hobby also. So I used to do those things as well in between the college time. If there is a free period, I used to edit and filter out. For example, I used to filter out some videos, put it in one folder. Like that, I used to break down and do my video editing and videography and upload it in YouTube. I used to get enough time basically.
Okay, what happened to
And
that
this
before you started serious preparation?
Okay, so I was told whenever that is one thing. One thing is that whenever I focus on a thing, I give my 100%. Okay, I cannot balance in to do various different things, and I can't do multitasking. And sir, I mean, got to know it very early. So he gave me a very good lesson for that, and after that, I stopped making YouTube videos because when I used to do videography, right, I used to spend days and days and days on making one video because I was so passionate, right? It was my hobby, and I liked to do that. So I used to do that, and I used to waste a lot of time. And but my major goal was to become an army officer. For that, I need to be well aware of the current scenario. My studies need to be good, and my preparation for SSB is very important. So, sir knew all of it, but I was means diverted from my main goal, right? So, he gave me a proper lesson for that, and again, and I never looked back after that. But
Yeah.
surely now I have taken permission from sir that I would upload a video, obviously, of my experience, SSB experience, because obviously this is my hobby as well. And after getting commission, obviously I would not be able to use YouTube and Instagram and those things. So before that, I would do that and obviously stop for a while.
Yeah,
Right.
good. Actually, Pratik was is still a famous YouTuber for NCC cadets. A lot of following. I'm sure once you watch his videos, you'll also start following him. He's got a very nice way of expressing, his thoughts. But what I found was that was actually dragging him away from his SSB preparation. So I told him a couple of times, but he seemed to be more focused. Sir, this is my passion. This is what I want to do. This, that, and all. Then I had to, take a session for him online and give him a lot of, nice anecdotes and a lot of love so that he stopped doing it.
Right, sir. Right,
Okay,
sir.
now after merit list yesterday onwards, he has taken my permission to continue with that. Yes, I'm happily giving you the permission. Continue with that. It's a good job. But yes, when you are focused on SSB, you have to be totally focused on that. Okay, there is
Right.
nothing called a part-time preparation for SSB interview. That will not work. Okay, now it's your personal example. You have seen it now. When you kept your passion aside and first you attended to this call of your heart to clear the SSB interview and you totally focused it and now you made it. Now you can continue because these things can be continued, started, stopped later time. But SSB interview is a golden chance and you can't waste your energy on anything else. Neither it is your passion nor it is your relationship. That is another angle few of you might have. Keep everything aside. Only thing that should be there in your mind is SSB interview and nothing else. Okay. Once I'm sure you're getting a lot of calls from your ex flames, right? You don't get congratulatory calls.
Right,
You
sorry.
what?
A lot of.
Okay. Now you're becoming you're feeling embarrassed. No, I'm not talking about you know. Okay. So, focus is what I am trying to hint at. And the second thing you need to remember is first attempt is the best attempt. Golden chance. Never go underprepared for the first attempt. Like based on my advice, a few of my students have dropped the idea of going for that particular SSB because I found them underprepared. Just that they wanted to go gain experience. This is not a place where you gain experience. You have to be totally sure that you're fully prepared, then only you should attempt, because in the first attempt you will have only people like you, mostly no repeater will be there, generally only the freshers will be there. So your chance of getting selected is high because there are people who have come without preparation, there are people who have got a lot of other issues, so your competition is minimum in your first attempt. So don't lose that attempt, because the next attempt onwards you will find people who are giving it for the 10th time, 20th time, and they will eat you alive in every aspect and you will lose confidence. They may not be good enough to get selected, but they are good in whatever they have practiced. So that thing you should always remember. First attempt is the golden chance. Okay, yeah, Vishnu again. You got another question? Well, let's give a chance to Sarang and then we'll come back to Vishnu. Sarang, yeah.
Jane Pratik, so first of all, congratulations on getting redundant. So I'm a subscriber of your YouTube channel. So I used to watch your videos for training myself for BCs, and it helped me a lot. So coming to the question, how to handle pressure situations in SSB? Actually, I have faced this situation where, like, before you come into the hall waiting, you have to wait for hours while they check your documents. Actually, I was astounded to hear my own heartbeat at the times, and my hands were profusely sweating. How to handle these situations in SSB?
It is very natural, to be honest, Sarang. And before my every narration, I also used to could hear my heart, means louder than the narration of the person sitting next to me. But again, you have to buck up, right? You are not here to just show up. You have to remember why you are here. You have to remember the actual goal, right? So if you are actually in the moment, at that time you just can take some 1 or 2 breaths and move on and give your best. But if you are somewhere else, then for example, if I am tensed or I am feeling any kind of a pressure, I talk to my friends. I spend time with them and just forget about the pressured situation. But if you're actually in the moment, you just can breathe and carry on and give it your best. That is what I followed.
And I also have another question. So I gave my first attempt in the 58 course in 19 SSB Allahabad. So previously I also faced that I was not able to interact with my group. My group was actually due to the last moment I changed groups for technical reasons. So I didn't get to, let's say, familiarize with my group, and most of them tried to dominate because I didn't have any connection with them. So how did you manage that in your SSB?
Again, I would say that try to build up relation. When I said interact with each other, talk about them, know about them, from where they are coming, basic talking which we do with our friends, right? How did they come? Where are they from? Right? And talk to each and everyone if you can. It's just remember, na, it is such a great opportunity to know such so many people. Think it like that. And obviously, being a team player is the best thing. What is a good team player? What does a good team player do? Na, he talks to each other, takes means the problems of others and try to solve them, right? Just communicating with some of them and each other, that will build up your reputation that yeah, he is an approachable guy, he can be approached, and he if he speaks, then we can listen to him, right? And coming to the GD, you were telling that some people try to dominate and do those things. You basically have to follow what I told and find the best opportunity to speak, right? If you're speaking when they are saying, then that is of no use, right? You have to listen to them as well. Okay, I would like to say that I used to remember each and everyone's story, at least the theme of the story, what they were saying, right? After telling my story, I used to remember each and everyone's theme of the story. So listening is also very important. When you listen, then you can obviously use their points, like for the about the social media example that I gave now. So you can use those points for your favor as well. Don't be basically underconfident if they are speaking very well, very good English, or they are very knowledgeable. That is not the deciding factor, right? You have time, you can give your points, you can perform. That is in your hand. And remember that why are you here, basically. That is.
So I have another question to ask, personally, to add upon this. So whenever a person likes to dominate me, I get over enthused and let's say take away the conversation into another level. Like I over dominate them. So how do I control this personally? How any tips you can give?
Why is there a need to dominate, man? Right? You can just convey your thoughts simply. You always don't need to dominate. Or if I did not dominate, to be honest, I was just a good means part of the group discussion. I just gave my points. It is a friendly discussion. You don't have to be dominant. What I have observed, totally, I would say that. And it is not very important that you are continuously speaking, right? The ones who got recommended, they spoke only 4 to 5 times in the group discussions. But the ones that did not means get recommended, right? They were actually dominating. So that is what I have observed. Okay, so this can work for others as well. But for some of them it might not work also, right?
Okay, Vishnu.
Yes, sir. I have another doubt that in CIQ rapid fire questions we will be having multiple questions bricked up. What if we just say in not in a sequential manner, unshuffled manner, or what if we left something? Is that a drawback or something?
Uh, that I cannot tell basically because I am not an assessor.
Okay,
But
let me tell that. I will tell you.
right, sir, right, sir.
There is a
Okay,
reason why we are asking you questions in a sequence. If you miss out something, that shows incoherent thought process in you. There is a reason. Okay, because when you see you all keep listening to me saying this, that SSB interview, the tests are actually a miniature civilian version of the actual situation which you're going to face in the army. Like for you to for me to select you as an officer, I can't take you to the line of control and undergo everything and see how you perform. That's not possible for me. So instead of that, we have devised a way in which, in a normal setting, we create a problem which is similar to that. The reaction, your response to that will be similar to that, the real situation. So we create this situation in a simple civilian manner and make you to perform on that. How does it affect? Say there is a operation going on. either it's an anti-terrorism operation or a conventional war. War is something which is totally confusing. You will not know what's happening because bombs are falling, people are dying, bullets here and there, aircrafts are doing air raid. You have to advance. The enemy is firing at you. There's so many things going on. So at the same time, you will be facing 10 different problems in front of you. You are running out of ammunition. At the same time, your buddy got shot and he's lying down. He fell down. He's shot. He's bleeding. Okay, that's the time when there is an air raid and some aircraft is dropping a bomb next to you. The enemy is also firing at you. You have to go win the war. So within split seconds, you are facing so many problems. Unless you are able to analyze the problems mentally, unless you are able to sequence the problems as per the priority, you will not be able to respond correctly to the problem. You will get finished in that problem if you don't respond. What is the first thing? Are you going to look at the friend who got shot? I mean, your own comrade, the person is maybe your Jawan or another fellow officer. He got shot. He is lying down. There is an air raid. Enemy is firing at you. You don't have ammunition. So, how a person reacts when presented with many issues, many problems. So, this sequential questioning is a very small, simple example of that. If your mind has been exercised in sequential thinking, sometimes breaking the sequence as well, both. Because the assessing officer, the interviewing officer, say the book is giving you a particular sequence. You will prepare for that sequence and go. The moment I know that you are prepared for the sequence, it's very easy to find out. Okay, while talking, the rapport building questions are basically to make you comfortable. At the same time, for us to take inputs from you as to what is your level of preparation, what is your level of confidence, where to corner you, how to put pressure on you. I am preparing myself while talking to you very coolly, asking about what you ate and what is your native place, what is famous in your place, while I am putting your mental this thing into ease and making you sit comfortably and answer me. I am working in my mind. I am finding ways and means to corner you, to see till where I can take you. I'll push you to against a wall. How much I can push you, how much you get pushed, how much you respond or do you react. All these things is happening there. It's a very big interesting. When you guys become assessors, you will enjoy these things actually. Okay, we enjoy this a lot. So that sequence, whatever, I may change the sequence. You prepare for one sequence, I'll change. So this is how it happens in your college exams, right? You prepare for a particular subject, these solutions, previous 10 years question papers, everything is solved and you take it there. There you will find something where the the dimensions of something has changed or the problem has been devised in a different way. Instead of giving you a direct problem, they will give you a story first, and in that story there is a problem they'll ask you to solve. Here also it is going to happen. So first, whatever sequence he says, you should be able to register that sequence and answer that in that sequence. Even if the sequence is changed, then you should be able to catch the thing saying that the sequence has been changed and you understand, answer him back in the required sequence. Okay, it is important because that shows coherence of thought, and reading habit also gives you this coherence of thought. Understand, reading habit is the most important quality every successful person in the world has got. You go and check. Reading habit takes people from nobody to somebody. My own example. Okay, before I joined NCC, I was a very shy kid. In my house, whenever I used to get visitors, like those times before the TV and mobile era started, people used to visit each other. Relatives used to come and go just like that. You don't take appointment or ask, are you there at home? No, somebody will just drop in. I used to be such a shy kid that whenever some relative enters our compound, I used to go and hide somewhere because I was so shy that I didn't want to talk to them. I didn't want, they would ask me, what is your name? Which class are you studying? Which school are you studying? These are basic questions you ask, right? Even such questions could not be handled by me. I was so scared. I was shy. I used to be, hiding. The moment somebody comes home, I used to be hiding. My, folks used to search for Mare, where are you? That used to be my situation that time. NCC and reading habit, as they've brought me to this level. Now you put 10,000 people in front of me, I can address them. I don't prepare, all of those of you who have seen me in college school functions, you would know. I don't use a script. I don't prepare for my speeches. Every speech is extempore. Before going into the institution, I read I go to the website and see who are the correspondent, what is the philosophy of that institution, what do they teach, and general idea. After going, I look at the teachers and all, and I make a guess what kind of teachers are they. Then when I sit on the stage, I look at the audience, I generally make out. Then by then my mental plan is ready what to speak on the stage. I even have a dynamic change of topic also sometimes. While sitting there, I realize that what I thought of speaking is not the right audience to receive. I immediately change. So this is a dynamic process. Reading gives you this great power of communication. Okay. So if you are not, yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah. You completed, sir. I thought you
Okay. If
completed.
you don't have the reading habit, you're losing something in life. Please start immediately. Yeah. Carry on, Pratik.
So I would like to give you a solution for this, Vishnu. That if you can ask your friend as well, as sir said, no, we can practice for that, right? So you have friends, right? You can ask your friends to read throughout the sequence, or tell them to change a bit in sometimes, right? So I have practiced like that only. That's why I'm telling you that. So I told my friends to read the CIQs and try to memorize as much as I could, and I answered like that. And these helped me to build a habit of remembering things and improved it.
Okay, good. I'll add on to this. Actually, Pratik would know, we used to have accountability partners, APs, in our group. Each cadet
Right, sir.
had somebody as an accountability partner who push each other. All these practice used to happen. Here,
Okay.
because you guys are not in the same place and you're not able to reach me, I have not yet made it. It will be happening when you come for the offline practice after your written exam. You will be selecting an accountability partner. You will be in pairs. So each of you will do all these exercises and push you in case of any you feel low, or you don't want some kind of want to talk, or even want to go to a movie. You go with your accountability partner. Okay, that's what we're going to have now. Okay, good. Yeah, Sarthi.
Jai Hind, Pratik. First of all, heartily congratulations on your selection. My question would be in group discussion. When I've been a part of best cadet competition in RDC, when after my IGC level, until my IGC there was no such significant competition. After IGC, I got a lot of competition from all the three wings. So what we did was, it was very new to me that we used to debate. We used to convert group discussion into a debate. It usually happens like a fish market, right? So in order to get my point of view and perspective into the group and contribute to the group discussion, I had to speak continuously till everyone stops speaking. I am just asking whether it's the right way to communicate and contribute my points to the group. Yeah.
I don't think that that's the right way, and you can actually use various different techniques. I used those techniques. That sometimes you will feel that the intensity of the group discussion comes down. At that moment, for 1 or 2 seconds, you can increase your voice, and when the group gets silent, then you can again come to the normal voice. That is basic voice modulation that you can use, and again easily convey the things. Also, there is one more technique that I used. That was, I used to call out their chest numbers, like chest number 5, 6, 7 has told this. So those three people would stop. They would listen to me, right? So the intensity of the group decreases, and my voice becomes a bit louder, and I could convey through this method.
Okay. Thanks.
Okay, last question is from Stranuja. Sarathi, put your hand down. Stranuja, you also, before you talk, you put your hand down and ask a question.
So, Jai Hind, Pratik, congratulations on your recommendation. So, I just wanted to ask, how are you preparing for the academy? Like, now that the SSB is done, what are you doing with your free time?
Basically, I'm sleeping, waking up, running, eating. That's the major thing. And I'm totally open to whatever thing that is going to happen in the academy. And totally, basically, I am majorly preparing for the physical part. I don't want to be facing any kind of a problem in the academy towards the physical area. And the rest of the things, I would talk to Swami sir, ask him what happens
Yeah,
in
yeah,
the academy.
I was about to ask you, is there any unfinished agenda before you go to the academy?
So, could you be a bit precise, sir?
No, it's okay. The way you are blushing, I know. Okay,
Right, sir.
good.
Right.
Right, for you all to know, Pratik has promised that he will visit Coimbatore before he joins the academy for training. So we'll look forward to his visit. I'll organize a high tea at my place, and all of you are welcome and come and interact with him. Okay. Right. Anyone with any question? Anything left? We've had a good 2 hours session in which Pratik, all his YouTuber energy has come into use. No?
Right, sir.
You're still as cheerful as you started the session with. Wonderful.
Means a lot, sir. Means a lot.
Okay, good. All the best to you, Pratik, and all of you guys out there. Focus is what is required, and whatever I tell you, just blindly follow it. That is one thing which I would say about the quality of Pratik. He will disagree with me in many things. But when I give the final decision, you will not do this, you will do this, he will just do that. And that has helped him now. Right? So, we are all normal people. As he said, there were some super performers in the SSB. Even my SSB, it was like that. There was a person who was a master's in English literature. His English was so good that I was like about to faint. The way he spoke, I said, "Oh my God, where have I landed?" What kind? Then we said, everybody used to say, "This is the sure shot guy. He will get selected." Unfortunately, he never got elected. He didn't get selected, and I don't know. I lost touch with him. So these things happen. Your psychological makeup, the confidence level should not get shaken up by looking at other people's performance. Your performance is your own, and like Pratik is the real example which you are seeing, the latest one, where he felt he is not the one who shouted, he was not the person who spoke the most, gave the most points. All those brownie point earning people did not get selected. Okay, those who have been true to themselves, those who have performed consistently, those who have prepared consistently, even at the a normal level. I wouldn't say he was a super performer where he worked. He has done his own physical activities. He has worked in his home. His father owns a shop. He has been helping his father, and he helps his mother also. At times he cooks. So he has done everything. It is not that he has just locked his room and he sat inside his room saying that I am preparing for SSB. So any of you, if you're doing such thing, just get out of that comfort zone, get out of that shell, move into the real world and do the real things. The help which you do or the household chores which you do every day will help a lot in GTO practice. Understand that. Because when your mind is exercised when doing things, how to close a pressure cooker lid is also a technique. You can't just close it. You have to put it in the right spot and only then it will close. If you have done it at home, your mind will work in GTO task also. Whenever somebody is struggling with something, you'll be able to say, okay, let me do this. Same way, every small thing you do, it has helped me as well, because I was somebody who used to do everything. Like, I used to love village. I have gone to my native village, and I have, traveled on a buffalo's back also. I've done all that. Every small experience gives you some kind of a learning, and that will come in handy whenever you go and do this GTO task or anything for that matter in SSB interview. So get into the real life, stop giving attention to this digital world, get out to the digital world. Don't read ebooks, read real books. Get out, meet people, get experience. Then you will be best prepared for SSB. With that, we'll close the session. Thank you very much, Pratik, for joining us. You have something to say? Yeah.
Right, sir. Just
Yeah,
in
carry
the
on,
end, I
carry
would
on. No
like to.
issues. Come on, come on. It's always a
Right,
pleasure
right,
listening to you. I'm
right,
also a
right. So,
follower of YouTube, okay?
right, sir.
And I put a lot of
I would
comments also.
Okay, so I would
Yeah.
just like to say that don't limit yourself, basically, right? If I just think that if I can do it, then everybody can do it, right? Because you just need to believe in yourself, right? And don't think about yourself that you are a bit less than anyone else. Just remember why are you here, what you need to do, and think about your parents. All right, these things will motivate you. Do all the things. I did everything. I had fun with my friends. I used to go to dandiya parties, did everything, right? So do gather every experience that you can gather. All right, so this will ultimately make you a better person and will help you in your SSB journey and in life. All right, stay motivated, stay happy, keep smiling. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much. It was a great session, memorable one. I think we'll have to take your time again once more. No? It's not once more for just songs or anything. For Pratik's
Right, sir.
session also, I think we should have a once more session later sometime. Okay?
Right, sir.
Right. Thanks so
Sure.
much. Jai Hind. Good night. Bye bye.
Thanks, sir.
Again, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir.